Hello everyone and welcome to episode 7 of This Old Knit. I am your host Ine, otherwise known as Nina. You can find me as Ine on Ravelry and Pinterest, and my blog is at thisoldknit.blogspot.com. I actually filmed the full episode, but something happened to the intro where my audio was not in time with the video. It was off by a couple seconds and I just couldn't fix it. So I'm re-recording to say thank you everyone, returning viewers for coming back and new viewers for joining me. And thank you for everyone that's subscribed on YouTube and who's joined the group. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway. I'm almost at 100 subscribers on YouTube, so if I get to 100 subscribers, I'll potentially do a giveaway and maybe I'll post something about it on the Ravelry group, so please come and join. And I'll figure out what I'll do for it, probably some yarn from my stash or maybe a pattern under a certain dollar value from Ravelry. So anyway, I'm going to try to cut this in the middle, and thanks for watching. Okay, I'm back. I have my stuff now. So yeah, first off, let me start by saying I'm not pleased with my haircut. If you've been watching since the beginning, you'll remember that I had pretty long hair. So this is usually more the length that I have it, but I hadn't got a haircut in like 6 or 8 months. So I went and had 3 inches cut off, but the woman who did it, I asked for layers and I basically got a layer. So it almost looks like I've got a bob plus then 1 layer. I don't know. I don't like it. I'll have to wait for it to grow out. I went somewhere that's down the street from my work. It's pretty convenient as far as timing goes because I can just pop over there at lunchtime or whatever, but I just don't like the haircuts I get. So I used to go to an Aveda salon downtown, but I had to kind of carve out 2 hours from my Saturday, so I was trying something different, and I just need to carve out 2 hours from my Saturday because they do a lot nicer of a job. But I digress. You all don't want to hear about my hair. And there's a fire truck outside. Sorry if you can hear that. So if I keep fiddling with it, that's why I'm not very pleased with kind of how it's laying, and I feel like it just kind of gets in my eyes. I'm squeezing out a tea bag right now. Trying a new tea. So yeah. But this week was super busy. I worked a ton. Joshua's been teething, so he's actually been really cranky in the evenings and not sleeping really at night. So he's kind of every 2 hours waking up and wanting to nurse, which I know sort of goes with having a growth spurt. And he's pretty small for his age, so I'm happy if he has a growth spurt. That's great, but this is just kind of the downside of him growing, and that's okay. But I'm tired. Last night he was up pretty late. He didn't want to go to sleep. And I maybe got like 2 hours of sleep last night. So I'm sure I look rough. I definitely feel rough. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. So anyway, on to the knitting. I have one FO for this week, and it is the hat for my aunt. I had this most of the way done last time, so there's the little seedlings, and then the rest of it is reverse stockinette. It has this cool swirl on the top, which I really like. It's a spiral decrease, and you just kind of, it's a slouchy beanie. So it looks like that on, let me come closer to the camera. Yeah. So I like how it turned out. It's very soft and nice. This is my first time actually working with vintage, Mad Toss Vintage. So if you're just joining me, this is knit out of Madeline Tosh Vintage in the Cousteau colorway, and the pattern is Seedling by Alana Dakos. It's a very well written pattern. The chart is fairly easy, so if it was a first cable project, this would be a great one because it's just this one little section that's cabled and then everything else is pearls. Now, if you hate purling, it would be a terrible project because there's a lot of purling. But I don't mind it, and it was a good way for me to practice Norwegian purling, which I mentioned last time. So I do feel like I'm faster after knitting this hat. So that was great. I'm really happy with it. I hope that she is happy with it as well. I'm hopefully going to see my mom sometime soon and can either give it to her or I can pop it in the mail. I don't usually make it over to where my aunt lives unless I'm also going to visit my mom. And my dad and stepmom live over there as well, but they're not always home. So my dad is retired from the state highway patrol, and I actually see him less now than I did when he was working. I feel like he is always really busy. They bought a house after he retired. They bought a pretty decent sized house with some land and paid cash for it, and then it's been kind of his home improvement project. So he's very handy. He knows how to do a little bit of everything. So he's slowly been building an addition onto it, kind of gutting it and refinishing everything, hanging drywall, replacing the ceilings. He did a bunch of plumbing and electrical work and sewage lines, just all kinds of stuff. So he's just really busy, and it's not close to where we live now, not close to where he lives now either. So he's just not super accessible. It'd be like a 2-hour drive for us to go visit him down there, and that's not really feasible with Joshua right now. He does not like being in his car seat at all, so long trips like that are just a nightmare because he's screaming the whole way, and I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to put him through it, and I don't want to deal with it either. So that's how it is. You can hear him right now. He's downstairs. He is cranky, cranky, cranky pants. So my poor husband is dealing with him right now, so I can do stuff upstairs. I've got a little bit of work that I need to do today. See my hair. So I'm gonna work upstairs. Usually if I have stuff to do when I work from home, I come up to the playroom and I use Meglin's play table, which is what the laptop is sitting on right now. And I just sit on this couch. I have kind of my notes next to me and stuff, and I just work for my laptop because we don't have a home office. Our computers are actually set up in the family room, so it's pretty much impossible for me to work from home down there. I can check email and be available for a little bit of instant messaging with people from work, but I can't do stuff where I really need to concentrate. So that is good. So I am drinking out of my Canada mug today from Starbucks. It's got a little Mountie hat, moose, some trees, of course a maple leaf. I'm not sure what this building is, so my Canadian friends, if you would like to inform me. I love learning about stuff from these mugs. And then a lighthouse on the far side and some coast. So this one, my friend Jessica, who is Jane BG 1923 on Ravelry, she picked it up for me and mailed it to me in exchange for patterns from her wish list. So I appreciate her getting it for me. I think I have 2 other of the Canada mugs as well. I have Toronto and I've got Montreal, and those I got from people at work who were traveling there for business because our company does have a Canadian arm as well, and those are the locations that we're in. So they picked them up when they were on business trips, and then I paid them back for it. So, and inside of it, I'm drinking the infamous Egyptian licorice tea from Yogi Teas. I ordered some stuff from Kristen, who is Vine. She has Vine Yarns on Etsy, and she also hosts the Yarngasm podcast, and she included a couple of tea bags for me. So thank you, Kristen, for including those, because I had been wanting to try that Egyptian licorice, but sometimes I don't want to buy a whole box because you don't know if you're going to like it or if you're not going to like it, and a little bigger of an investment to buy a whole box. So I appreciate you letting me try it out, and it is good. It's the first time I've tried it. And she's right, it is kind of sweet. So I do not have anything else completely finished for this week, but I did finish one of my socks. I actually kitchenered it this morning. It's kind of funny because when you have it like this, you can't see the design. I do not have sock blockers, so you're going to get the hand blocker. So these are the Zigzagular socks by Susie White, who's Prairie Girl Susie on Ravelry. They are knit out of Patton's Croy stripes in the Meadow Stripes colorway. And they just have a traditional heel flap and gusset, which fits my feet very well. A couple of people had asked me about that, if I just don't like working short rows at all, or is it short row heels? Just short row heels. I obviously use short rows on garments, but short row heels just don't fit me. And I'll be ghetto and show you my foot for why. If you look at my arch, you can see I have a super, super high arch. Like when I'm wearing heels, if I look down, that arch part is even with the outside of the shoe. So I actually can see the full arc of my foot when I'm wearing a shoe. So it's very, very high. And any of the short row heels, they're kind of shallow. And they don't, the gusset actually is why I like the heel flap, because this part right here accommodates my high arch very, very well. A short row heel would just be like a little cup, but then it's even. And I had this problem before I ever knit socks. Socks always pulled on the top of the foot right here. They were very tight against my foot, and I just thought, okay, that's just how socks fit. And once I knit this kind of a heel, I realized that no, it fits that way because I have a high arch, and short row heels just aren't the right shape for my foot. So that's why I always do a heel flap and gusset, and they fit me really well. My husband has mentioned the same thing for the couple of socks that I've made for him, that he really likes the way that they fit. The second pair I knit for him a little bit better than the first ones, he said. And that, I think, had more to do with the yarn that I used than the actual shape of the sock itself, because I did exactly the same amount of stitches and the same length of foot. I did the leg a little bit longer. So that's my first sock. I was going to cast on for the second one right away, and I couldn't find the second ball of yarn. I had a little bit of a freak out moment. But it turned out that Joshua had got a hold of it and taken it across the room and done a little bit of unwinding of it. But anyway, it's fine. I have it back now. So, I did not, however, throw it in my bag, apparently, so... Oh, I see it. It's behind the computer. Excuse my reach. Okay. Yeah, so there's the other one. It's still in reasonable shape. There was some that was unwound from the ball, but it wasn't too bad. He just ripped the ball band off and did a little bit of yankety-yankety. So this is how much I have done on the second one, and... in a little bit, I will do a little bit of knitting. We'll see how that goes. Because somebody had asked me to show how I knit on the podcast. So I will try to maybe tilt the camera down and I can knit over top of the keyboard. And you can see how I knit. So things I've worked on this week, basically just those socks because I didn't have a ton of knitting time, like I said, and the time that I normally would have been knitting, Joshua wanted me to hold him. So I just got a little row here, a little row there. I did a little bit of cross stitch though, just a tiny bit, on my Halloween one because I kind of want to get it done. So I did the banner. I don't know what you'd call that. It's kind of like the sign that's above a little awning. So I finished this awning. I think there were maybe like 2 black squares that weren't done. And I finished the words and I finished this green part. It takes a lot longer than one would think. It looks like it's not very much stuff that I finished, but it takes a long time to do it because it's quite a few stitches. And this I can't pick up as readily if the kids want my attention. Like I can very easily pick up my knitting, do a couple stitches, and throw it back down if I need to. But this is more of a process to get it out. Like I have a needle in my hand that's a little needle that could be grabbed by tiny fingers. It's very fiddly to get the needle in the right hole. So yeah, cross stitch is a little bit more something that I have to do when they're asleep, or when Joshua is fully engaged in something else. So if he's, I don't know, playing with a toy or playing with Megwin or something like that. We have this little music box. It's I don't think it's Fisher Price, but it's kind of a little square and it has a turny giraffe on it. And it plays different songs and you can hit buttons and make different sounds happen, and then there's a wheel that you can crank on the side and it'll speed up the song or slow it down. We had it from when Megwin was a baby and she really liked it, and Joshua has been getting into it more recently. So if he's playing with the giraffe music box, I can do a tiny bit of cross stitch, but not too much. So keep that back there because that was a good spot for it. So yeah, that's kind of what I've worked on. And then something I had mentioned last time that I forgot to bring to show was a fellow Raveler contacted me. I think her Ravelry name is Minty, but her real name is Terry, and she's from Finland. And she asked me, I'm sorry, I have a hair. If I would be willing to get some Patons Kroy for her, because she noticed I made socks out of the brown rose marl colorway, and another colorway that she liked. I think it was the red brown marl, no, it's gray brown marl. It doesn't even have red in the name, but it's the one. I'm so sorry. I need to get this hair away. It's the one that I made Josh's socks out of. I think I showed them in a previous episode. So she asked if I'd be willing to buy the yarn for her and ship it to her, and that she would reimburse me on PayPal. And I said, absolutely, no big deal. Happy to do it. So I got 4 balls of that for her and sent it to her, and she contacted me and said, hey, I'd love to send you just a little bit of something to thank you for getting it for me. I was like, oh, you don't have to do that, but she totally did, and it was just a neat little package that had some different stuff from Finland. So it had some teas in it. I'm gathering them all up. So I've had one already. I love these little pictures. They're so cute. I think it says it's the Moomin characters. I've never heard of them. I can't figure out if they're horses or hippos. I don't know. But this one, I expected it to be green tea, and it was actually a little bit fruity. So it was very tasty. They're all in, is it Finnish? So I don't know what they are, so it's kind of a surprise. This one's yellow tea. We'll go with that. And then this one is blue tea. It's got a little guy. Was it skiing? Downhill skiing? I don't know why I'm blanking on that. And then it also had some treats in it. I think I've eaten quite a few of them because they were really interesting. So I shared them with my husband. Megan had a little bit of them, but she didn't really like them. They were all different kinds of licorice, and she's not a huge licorice fan, but that's okay, more for me. So this first one was really interesting. It was licorice, and then it kind of was, I don't know, almost minty as well. It's really hard to describe. It was very unique. I had never tasted anything like that before. So that was good. And it was kind of shaped like a car. And then this one was actually my favorite. Sukulaku. I'm sure I'm butchering the pronunciation. So it says it's filled licorice. So it had almost like a toffee filling, and the licorice wasn't really strong. So not like a super strong black licorice like we would get in the United States. It was much more subtle. And this one, it said toffee on it, so I thought it was going to be toffee like I think of toffee. No, it was another kind of licorice. So I have two left. This one says it's Moomin fruit. I think there's fruit somewhere on there. And it's got those same little characters on it. And then this one says Hopatoffee. Flip it so it's at least right side up for you. So I have no idea what this is going to be. I think Megan opened it up a little bit. And it's going to be some kind of licorice, I think. She just saw it and went, oh, it's more of that stuff. Whatever. Picky child. And then she also sent me some minis, which is so great. This one is beautiful. It's, maybe it'll lighten up a little bit. It's like a deep blues and greens and kind of a lighter blue. And there's also some purple in there, which isn't really showing up well on the camera, but it's very pretty. I'm excited to use that. And the other one was not wound around anything, but it's staying in place pretty well. It's just a straight up kind of blue tonal yarn. So thank you, Terry. Those are all very beautiful and fun. So I appreciate you sending those to me. And then Anna, who is A Speckles on Ravelry, I actually have been working my way through her teas, and I had this one yesterday. It is absolutely amazing. I was brewing it, and it smelled just so rich and complex, and there were like coconut kind of smells, and wow, I just have never had any tea like this. So you people in Britain or England make awesome tea. I would love to have more of this. They do not have any here in the United States, but I would be willing to trade for some of this if somebody wants to trade some yarn for tea. Let me know. It's really good. Oh, now here comes Megwin. And the fun shall begin. Move that away from the speaker. Okay, and then I mentioned my package from Kristen, or rather my purchase from Kristen. But these were all the little goodies she included besides the licorice tea. So she gave me a nightly calm, which I also haven't had, but I do enjoy having like not caffeinated teas in the evening. So that'll be fun. And some lollipops. Sure, we'll give Megan one of later. And then a mini that's, you can see the sparkles, but the color isn't really very true. It's kind of a pinky color with some dark mauve colors and green. I'm not sure which colorway this is of hers, but it's very pretty. So let me know, Kristen, what that is, if you watch. And then what I got, I'm so excited about. I finally was able to catch one of her updates for the Jilted Rose. Oh, the blueness, the blueness. It's not blue at all. So it's a very, people said kind of mauve color, but I think it's a little more toward the lavender side of things. Yeah, no, it's not going to show you. I'll put a picture in the episode thread so you can actually see the true colors of it, but it's gorgeous. So what I want to make out of it is a curl. I want to make the Philemont curl out of it. And I had originally bought her Space Wizard one of a kind colorway on her blitzed base, and it's not enough yarn. So the one that they have in the book, I think they used 480 yards or something like that, and I wouldn't want it to be any smaller than the one that was pictured in the book, so each of these skeins has 400 yards, so it's the Strassa base. So I didn't want to have it be a shawlette, and then I'm not going to wear it as much, because I kind of want a bigger shawl to wear with like dresses. So 2 will definitely be enough, and I should have enough left over to make socks, because my socks don't usually take that much yarn. I think they take about 300 yards-ish. So that'll work out really well. I'll get 2 beautiful things out of it. So I'm very excited about that, Kristen. They are beautiful. Thank you for including the extras. I really appreciate that. I'm enjoying the tea, and I'll add the little mini skein to my blanket, which will be very exciting. I didn't knit any on my blanket, so I'm not even going to bother to show it. And then for my new little nephew, I had asked my sister-in-law what she preferred me to knit for him, if she'd like me to knit a hat, a toy, or a sweater.
Okay, I'll tell them. There's all the princesses.
We're back. Megwin had to get some things on, and then she decided what she would like to share this week. So,
let me tell.
All right, show them what you have got, Megwin.
Well, this is a kind of princess with a big green dress, and she's beautiful, and she has a crown all around the hair bun. See?
Can you hold it over here so they can see? Like, hold it up. Yeah. There you go.
And she has her only green dress with leaves on it, and see her crown. It's really nice, and her hair is pretty. I'll show you the next princess now.
Okay.
The next princess is Snow White. She has a yellow dress, and her hair is black. She has a blue skirt part of her dress, and she has a bow in her hair. See, you can take a closer look. And that's her arms and her skin. And she was scared before, but now she has a smile. I'll show you the last princess. Well, there are some more princesses, but I'll show you Cinderella next. Cinderella, before, she couldn't go to the ball, but now she can. See her pretty blue dress and her pretty skirt part with the heart on it. Take a closer look.
The camera is this little dot right here, sweetie. See? There you go. Good. Very good showing. Can you show them how the dresses come off?
What's this?
Yep, so they're like little clip-on dresses. So if you're, she's had these since she was a toddler. Oops.
Whoopsie.
So if your kids want to have dolls but aren't kind of don't have the fine motor skills to manipulate like Barbies and stuff, these are really great because you just can clip on those different dresses. And I think it came in a pack, so there were multiple.
Yeah, but you can even put the wrong dresses on.
That's right. You can mix and match the dresses, right?
But this part is the wrong part to put it on the front. It's really bad. But the sparkly part you should always put on the front if you get one of these dolls.
Yeah.
But look at their shoe colors to see what their name is first. Cinderella has silver, Snow White has yellow, and this princess has green.
That princess's name is Tiana.
This one's Tiana, this one's Cinderella. Oh, and this is Rapunzel. I really want to show you her. See, it doesn't have this dress or this dress on. Well, she can borrow some of those dresses though, but let me show you one with a really pretty dress.
Okay. You think we need to take a little break so Bubby can get some food? It sounds like he's unhappy right now.
Don't hurry.
Okay.
Here's the belle dress on Rapunzel. She's very pretty here. You can take a closer look for yourself. She has long hair and a crown.
Yeah.
And right now she's really sparkly. Let me show you in the Ariel dress. This is going to be great.
Uh-oh, her leg's stuck.
Oh, whoopsie.
She's a little bit harder because of her hair.
Yep, I know. Her hair is very long and she kind of gets harder and harder and
Can you help?
harder. No thanks, Mom.
Okay.
Ooh, she's kind of hard to put in. You have to keep her hair out of the dress. And you have to put her all the way in.
Okay. Oh, yep. Looks like you got it.
And see her yellow hair and the Ariel dress on her.
She looks very nice and green.
Look at her crown. And kind of pretty skin, too. She has a nice smile. Nice eyes. Nice yellow hair. It's very long. Take a look for yourself. Closer.
You're doing a very good job.
Look
with
at
your
her.
segment.
Her shoes are purple. So look for green shoes, purple shoes, silver shoes, and yellow shoes.
Okay.
And whatever those shoe colors are, you have to look at the shoes, and then you'll know which princess this is. This is Rapunzel. She's wearing an Ariel dress. And before she was wearing the Belle dress. I haven't got mine back in a long time. And the one that fits on me, you know.
Yeah.
Plus,
Is that Grammy's house?
Yep, and I also have a pink dress, a Snow White dress. Here's another pink dress I have. It's not very big, but it is pretty.
Okay.
I want to show them another thing.
Okay. This is getting to be a long segment, Megs. I have to make it quick. Oh, okay. That's a good thing to show. That's a knitted thing. Yeah.
This is knitted. Mommy knit it for me.
Actually, Grammy knit that.
This is actually a piggy that Grammy knit. These are her ears. This is her This is her nostril. See her nostril over here.
Nope, it's off the camera. Up.
See her nostril over here, and those are her eyes, legs, body, head. And she's very cute and pink. These are her little feet. They're pink too. My favorite color. Pink is my favorite color. Every color is my favorite. And here's her little weenie tail.
Yeah, her weenie tail.
It's great for biking. It's pink too. Everything on her is pink.
So that's from Spud and Chloe on the Farm. It's knit out of Spud and Chloe Fine in ballet slipper and I can't remember what the pink color is.
Here's something else you can share.
Okay, the last thing. Okay, this is something that we got from Melissa Bear. There was an elephant swap that we were part of
They're
about a year ago. Yeah, they've got she knit these or embroidered these little pieces onto the elephant's butt and on its head.
Here are two little flowers and one big flower there,
and some on the head,
and some on the ears. See.
And this is Susan B. Anderson's Elefante.
Here's her
pattern.
head, her eyes,
Mhm.
her
Nose,
little nose,
her trunk.
her tail, her body, her legs.
It's a really nice pattern. It's a very easy
Yes,
pattern
it's
too.
purple and it's pink.
Purple
Pink
and
my
pink.
favorite color. Purple is my favorite color. Every color is my favorite color. I like all the colors of the rainbow. Mommy's favorite color is yellow. Daddy's favorite color is... What's Daddy's favorite color?
I don't know. Green? Probably.
Daddy's favorite color is green. Babe Dus's favorite color is white. We just really like our own colors.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all done?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm all done.
That was a lot of talking. Thank you, Megwin, for your segment. Are you going to come sit while I finish sharing?
Well, you can share me.
I can share you.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I don't have a lot else to talk about. But oh, okay. I remember what I was talking about before. Can you sit next to me, please, so I can see the camera? There you go, right there.
But I want you to share me next.
I already shared you. You did your segment. You've been shared on every episode almost.
No, I want you to sew me.
Oh, this is Megwin. She's my child, my daughter.
And
This
is a little
This
bee
is a
hat.
bee hat that my mom
this
knit.
and here's a little dress.
This is her pink dress.
Not very big, huh?
Not very big. She's talking because she has play princess dresses. And that is not one of them. It's just a normal dress. So anyway, the sweater that I want to knit for my nephew. Hey, Megwin, can you be more quiet if you're going to be here? Because I want to be able to show them stuff. And the microphone doesn't pick up sounds very well. And my throat's kind of sore too. Okay, so I wanted to knit the Small Things sweater.
Good thing you can sew.
It's just a wrap sweater, which I really like for babies because I think they're super easy to get on and off. And I don't actually like pulling things over like newborns' heads because they're just so... You gotta like support their head and stuff, so it's nicer if you can just lay them on top of the garment and just wrap it around them. So that's what I wanted to do. But it calls for worsted to Aran weight yarn, and she had suggested or said she wanted me to knit a sweater in green. And of course I have no green worsted or Aran weight in my stash. Megwin, there's stuff on top of that horse. You need to move it first if you're going to play on it. Or scooch the horse out. So I thought I was going to have to buy yarn, and I posted it in the thread, and Molly from Homespun House actually said, well, why don't you just hold some yarn double, because I have a ton of fingering weight and DK weight. I don't knit a lot with worsted weight. So I don't know why I didn't think of that, but I appreciated the suggestion. So I have this yarn that I've had for quite a while. I bought it when Megwin was, or when I was pregnant with Megwin. It was part of a kit to make just a plain raglan style cardigan, and it's tweed. So it has very subtle flecks of color. They're like melon colored, turquoise, purple, and I think that's it. There's just 3 colors of tweed. And it's like a limey green.
Can I show them my nail colors?
Oh yeah.
See my nail colors? Some of them are purple, some of them are pink. But all of the colors are my favorite colors, just so you remember. So both of these colors are my favorite color on my fingers. Look.
Okay, that's probably enough of that.
Let me tell you.
Okay, can you back it off a little bit so that you're not making people busy?
The pattern goes on my hands. Purple, pink, purple, pink, purple.
Good job.
Purple, pink, purple, pink, purple.
Okay. And then something I had thought about working on that I kind of wanted to resurrect is I was working on a shoot. It's an Alana Dacos pattern. spring garden tee. So I made one for Megwin last year, and then if you recall, she's been saying she wants to have matching sweaters. So I started on the adult spring garden tee for me, and then I got pregnant, and it wasn't gonna fit me. So I kind of put it in hibernation, and then now hers doesn't fit her, but I have yarn to make a new one for her. So here's what I had done when I stopped. So I had it, I'm past the waist decreases, or increases, I'm sorry. I had done the decreases and then done the increases again. So now I just need to knit straight. So I think I'm going to try and finish this up. Yep, that's great, Megs. It's a Minnie Mouse.
You can sew with this too.
Okay, I'll show it later. I'm showing my sweater right now.
Can I have one of these candies?
In a little bit, sweetie.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a really nice yarn. I knit hers out of the same thing. It's Rowan Panama.
This one's not licorice. Yep, this one is licorice.
Panama.
Yeah, licorice.
And it comes in 50-gram balls. It's a mix of viscose, cotton, and linen. Wow, that is totally washy now. You can't read it. But it is 55% viscose, 33% cotton, 12% linen. So it has a very nice drape, and it washed really well. So I just hand washed it. It's just what I do with most of my knits. But it hand washed fine, even though it's got the viscose in it. Sometimes viscose you have to dry clean.
Sweet.
But yeah, this was fine. They hand wash it. No, I already showed that to them last time. I already showed it to them, sweetie.
Can I just tell them that this is my favorite color too?
Sure, you can tell them it's your favorite color.
This is my favorite color too, because remember, all the colors are my favorite colors.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mommy already showed you this, but I'm just reminding you. Did you notice this was a rectangle? It's not a square. Actually, it's a type of square, has 4 sides, but it's just a sword on some sides and long on some sides.
I think squares are a type of rectangle. Right.
You know, rectangles are a type of squares, and squares are a type of rectangles. They're both a type of the same thing.
Okay. Okay, Megs. So anyway, that's probably what I'm going to do with that. It's got, it's a really basic tee, but it does have kind of fluttery sleeves with a lace pattern.
And here was not licorice candy.
That was licorice candy.
Oh.
You didn't like it. Remember? You tried it and you didn't like it. So I'll probably try to work on that. Maybe I'll have more to show next week.
I wonder what's in this candy
Megwin. That's what was inside the little fruity thing.
It's
gum.
This is fruit gum.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite color too. And it's yellow. Mommy's favorite color too. Both of our favorite colors are yellow.
Okay. Y'all done?
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
I'm off
So,
to record.
thank you. So this week, just kind of going away from knitting, because that's about everything I had to show anyway, and I feel like we're getting rambly and stuff. So this week, I just, I don't know, just everything I felt like was going weird. So Cordova, our other dog, seems like she's kind of sick. She's been losing weight, and has had kind of some problems with incontinence and stuff. So we need to get her taken to the vet to get her checked out. But you know, it's just one more thing on top of everything else. And I went to go get strawberry jar stuff and just had a kind of not good interaction at the plant nursery. So that wasn't fun. And then our new car, we have the temporary tags, and for people that aren't from the US, when you buy a car you get a 30-day temporary license plate basically to put on your car, and then within that time kind of all your financing has to happen and stuff, and then they send you a document that you need to have to be able to go and register your car and get the official license plates. Well, bunches of things happened with our credit union, and they wrote the check out to the dealership plus us, so we had to then take the time to go over and sign it. So by the time all of that kind of shook out, it's been more than 30 days. So today is actually the last day we have legal tags for, and you can't go to the BMV on Sunday. So we stopped yesterday at the dealership, and it was locked in a safe, and the person who was there couldn't get into it, so they said, oh, you just have to come on Monday, which would be driving on expired tags. So we were like, no, we don't want to do that. What if we get a ticket from the police? And they were like, oh, that never happens. They don't even check it. And we'll pay your ticket if you get one. I'm like, okay. And my husband kind of said the same thing, that like he doesn't feel comfortable doing that, for one thing, and two, it's more than just paying the fine. Like, that increases your insurance rates and all kinds of other stuff. So long story short, now I have to work from home for part of Monday so that he can take our other car and go and get those tags. And going to the BMV is never a fun thing. It's always packed, and it's just not, it's just one more thing. And I took a half day off on Friday because I was just really stressed out. I'm kind of fried, and but now I'm gonna have to do some work today. As soon as I finish recording, I'm gonna do that work. So really taking a half day didn't do anything, because I'm gonna have to probably work as much time on Sunday to make up for it. But that's okay. I have a job, and I do love my job, and I love my team, and I love the people I work with, so it's fine. It's fine. It's just a lot of stuff, and it's more that I've got kind of everything going at once. Like I mentioned in the first podcast, just lots of stuff has happened in my life over the last year, and I just haven't had time for it to kind of slow down. So I'm ready for stuff to just slow down a little bit. So anyway, I'm getting rambly now, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Like I said, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you. I love getting the chance to come and share with you guys every week. I'm enjoying it more and more as I do it more. And we went to see the butterflies yesterday at the conservatory, so I'm actually going to put some video clips from that on the end, and I will maybe post a couple of the normal still pictures in the episode thread so you guys can see them. I got some really great pictures of Joshua. He loved it, and Megwin had a really good time seeing the butterflies too. So I hope you enjoy that. I will see you guys next week. Happy knitting, and please do come and join us on the group and let me know if there's anything you want to hear about. So until next week, bye-bye.
Hey, I see a butterfly.
That one's really close.
Yeah, there's big moths up there. No! Look, big butterfly.
Big moths. Whoops, sorry.
Big moths.
Come on, Maren.
Let's put our finger next to it for some perspective.
What about those golden?
Cool.
Look! More butterflies down here. Look at all those butterflies down here.
Okay, I'm coming down.
Those are a lot, aren't they?
That's a lot of them. Okay, you gonna stay with me? Alright, let's look around, see if we see any butterflies. Yeah, I see them. Go this way. Oh, let's go this way first. Seems like there's not as many people this way. Oh, there's some. There's one. Watch out, sweetie. Look, right there. flowering quince. Doesn't want to look at a little video.
I guess it just depends how big your party is, right?
Yeah, this is the Palm House. We've never been in here before. It's almost always booked for weddings. It's pretty cool, huh? There's stairs. We swoop down. There's Megwin. Megwin, get off the fountain. And then over this way. There's a gazebo. Crazy prickly desert things. This is the Southwest biome. Full of spiky things. Look at the spikes.
Mom,
What?
when are we gonna play in that playroom?
Well, I think we'll play when we're done looking at things.
But I'm all done.
I'm not. We all get to enjoy it, right?
Any games in the game?
We will soon. Tiny bush. This thing's cool. Okay, let's see. The secret stairs. Ooh. Don't climb that, please. We can't climb on the rocks. You can climb the stairs. Let's go all the way up.
Let's climb all the stairs we see.
To these crazy cacti.
We made it up.
We made it! To a little corner.
I walked into someone's picture on accident.
Uh-oh. We're photobombing. That sounds about right.
Megwin,
Don't climb, please.
You don't have to climb everything.
Sorry. No, you're alright.
Move out of the way, sweetie. There it is. Hooray!